Alrighty, so I've got my mason jars. I got those from Walmart. I was gonna order them online, but I figure I'd just go ahead and pick some up. I've got my juicer here, so we'll see how this works. I've seen some really good ones online. I guess this one here is in the mid-range because it's under $200. I think it's a little over 150, 160, somewhere in there. So we're gonna see how this works, and pretty much. I guess you guys will see it with me how this is working. I've never tried this juicer before, so you'll see how it works with me. So I just showed you my juicer, and I just showed you my mason jars. Got those from Walmart, as I said. So pretty much, why am I doing this and why am I doing this now? As I said before, for you guys that have followed me previously, you know that I have been doing OMAD, which is 1 meal a day, ADF, which is alternate day fasting. And those worked for me very well because I was able to make some changes that were necessary. Those changes, they helped me tremendously as far as my health journey. With OMAD, the 1 meal a day process, for some days I would fast up to 18, 20, 22 hours and just leave a small eating window of 2 hours. Now, I'll get into more of the semantics of certain things that took place in between my journey, which kind of caused me to be derailed a bit. And I was able to go ahead and get restarted again a couple of months ago, which was great. I'm so happy that it happened. But, you know, sometimes life happens and the journey that we're on, they become just derailed by other things that's going on. But we need to kind of be able to recognize that, hey, you know what, this is not what I want for myself at this moment, and kind of make that change. So, I'm glad I got back on. I'm glad I got back on to continue with my health journey. So for those that started with me back when, which is not too long ago, you know that I started because of health reasons. I went to the doctor and doctor said, hey, this is not good. Your blood pressure is at a stage 4. You need to do something right now because you are at a very pivotal point where anything can happen. And I don't want to say those bad words. One start with H and the other start with an S. I don't want to say those words, right? So you need to go ahead and do something. So I went ahead and just did some research and I started. So long story short, blood pressure was at a stage 4. Within a matter of a couple of months, fasting helped me to get it to a stage 1. Okay, which was really, really good. I went back in to see my doctor and they were like, wait a minute, whoa, what happened? And I didn't give them all the details because I know that, well, hey, they just don't recommend the fasting situation, but thank God I did. So guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started with our first juice here. You know, we had to kind of pivot from that machine, the Freda juicer, because it did not work. Hours of laboring over it. I did not spend hours in one bulk of time, but throughout the day, just going back and forth, dealing with it. Hours of just trying to make it work. I contacted the company. They're overseas, so we'll see what happens. We will see what happens with that, okay? So it has kale here, celery, green apples, oranges, lemon, and bitter gourd. So I'll go ahead and get these washed off again. The white stuff on there is baking soda, so I'll go ahead and get that washed up, and then we'll go ahead and start cutting up, and then I'll bring you back for the actual juicing or blending, I should say now, because we had to pivot to a blender. And I don't mean to beat a dead horse with this blender situation, but I'm just like, I was so disappointed. But sometimes when you're disappointed and things just don't work out the way you want them to work out or the way they should, you have to pivot, right? So in this moment here, we are pivoting and we're using another option because we can't wait to not start, right? So sometimes, like I said, again, things happen where you just have to pivot. And this here is one of those moments where we're actually pivoting and doing something a little bit different because our juicer is not operable. So we've got to go ahead and just pivot. So I'll just go ahead and talk a little bit about the benefits in some of these items that we have here. So oranges and lemon, you know, those are citruses, right? Pretty much citrus actually help boost heart health. And of course, they help to improve cholesterol. So they pretty much lower the bad cholesterol, raise the good cholesterol, right? So you guys can Google that from the standpoint of learning about the benefits of these different fruits and vegetables in here. So next we have green apples, right? So green apples, they are said to actually improve heart health as well, boost immune system, promotes healthy skin, help great with digestion, and of course support weight management. I believe there's an enzyme called pectin in there, if memory serves me correctly, that actually helps with digestion and weight management. All right, so next we are going to go on to our celery. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend once I wash them and cut them up, I'll blend even the leaves as well, okay? So for the celery, of course, benefits are cardiovascular and digestive benefits, very high in fiber. So this here, it said that it can also play a role in preventing disease. And you know what? When they say it can also play a role in, I believe that all fruits and vegetables, anything from trees, anything that, when the Bible says that, of course, the trees and the herbs and the plants, you know, are for healing, for the healing of the nations and healing for our bodies. I truly and wholeheartedly believe that when we need to be healed of diseases and things that fight us, things that battle us, that we can find those answers in some plants, some fruits and vegetables. All right. So next we're gonna go ahead and look at the benefits of, let's see, kale. All right, so kale pretty much high in fiber, very high in fiber. And you know what? This might end up being like a blessing more than not, because I know with juicing sometimes a lot of the fiber can be lost because we're just extracting that juice. But in the blending, there's still gonna be some fiber left behind because it's not gonna be as seamless or smooth as the juice is. So fiber, of course, antioxidants and calcium, some vitamin C, vitamin K, iron. So this kale here is gonna go ahead and do that for us. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and get everything washed, as I said before. Once everything is washed, then I will cut, I will prep, I will go ahead and start blending. Just gonna go ahead and add some more water to here. We got our, you can see I'm pouring some vinegar on here. Starting to kind of bubble up a bit, some vinegar, just pouring the vinegar on here as well. And go ahead and get these washed. And that's a good bit of vinegar. I think I poured about a cup of vinegar, close to a cup of vinegar in here. So I'll go ahead and get these washed. Once these are washed, I'm gonna go ahead and wash my blender, the glass portion of it. Since I'm taking it out of the box, I showed you brand new box yesterday. And then we're gonna go ahead and just get this baby made and have our first glass of juice. Like I said, you can use all the ingredients here, or you can go ahead and just use something different for your green juice. All right, I will see you guys shortly when that first green juice is made, okay? So this is just here, the first batch. I couldn't fit everything in at one time. As you can see, I don't even have the kale in here yet. So first batch, I think it'll probably end up being about 2 or 3 batches because everything just won't fit and I don't want to overcrowd it to cause any issues to happen. So this is batch number 1. I'll probably do 2 or 3 batches. And this has some of everything in it with the exception of the kale because I didn't want to overcrowd it. So I'll kind of I kind of broke them down into different batches, and then I will just start blending and pouring and then mixing. Okay, and I'll come back to you guys. So this is the thing here that did not work, caused me all kind of problems yesterday. But anyway, let's just move on from that, and we're pivoting to here. Okay, so this is what we're doing right now. All right, I'll see you guys shortly after I'm done with the mixing, blending, and all that good stuff. Okay. So I had to use a filter here, coffee filter, no joke. It tastes really good. It tastes really, really good. It's probably gonna take me some time to go ahead and get this through this filter because it's really thick and it's dripping really slowly. But I'll probably just go ahead and save a lot of this pulp and just kind of drink it like that. But it blended very, very, very well, very well. So I'll just keep this going here for a moment. And yeah, so this is what we have. This is what we have right now. So I'll let you guys see what we got at the end of here, okay? All right. It's sharp, it's bitter, but it's really, really good. Really good. It's good. It's good. Okay, we've got two bottles of two mason jars filled so far, and I've got another batch and a half to go probably. So I'm probably gonna end up with maybe about 4 of these mason jars, I'm thinking. So I got a little bit left over in here. Then I'm gonna go ahead and just pour this out, drink this, and then add, because I want the ratio to be the exact same as far as what I put in the first one, the first batch to be in the second batch. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pour it out of here and then do the second batch. But this is what we've got so far, and you know what? And hey, all things work together for good to them that love the Lord. The pulp is in here, the fiber is in here, so I'm just gonna drink it like this. It's still gonna go ahead and get to my cells quickly because it's still in juice. There's still juice in here, but it's also the fiber from the actual fruits and vegetables in here still. So I'm gonna count it up as a win, despite the fact that this thing back here didn't work. But it's okay. It's okay. We pivoted and we bounced back and we did it. Okay. So hopefully, if any of you guys run into the same kind of issue, that it won't deter you, it won't stop you, and you'll just kind of go forward and find another way to go ahead and make it work, because this is our health, right? This is our journey, and we want to go ahead and make sure that we do everything possible to stay healthy and to get healthy if we're not in this moment. So I'm going to say thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe, please like if you found this helpful at all. And hey, one more disclaimer. Now, for you guys that have been with me for a minute, you know how I am, right? You know I don't edit videos. I don't spend time doing that. I will not spend time doing that. It's not, not to say that I'm not concerned about bringing you guys content that it has been pristine, perfect, edited wonderfully. That's not it. That's not it. My thing is about the actual content. My thing is that we can all learn together, learn something from each other. So the editing, it won't happen. There's no time for that. It won't happen. It won't happen. It just won't. And I hope you understand that. But I'm going to bring you content. I'm going to share my journey with you, that we can all go ahead and do this together. Okay. So this here is just a learning moment for us to go ahead and be able to pivot as we need to pivot, P-I-V-O-T, pivot as we need to, and pivot if we have to. And this was our pivoting moment right here. So I'm going to go ahead and get the other ones done, put these 2 in the fridge, and then I'll just kind of drink what's left over when I put them in the fridge. So again, thank you guys for watching. And again, however I record it, that's how I'm going to give it to you. I'm not trying to make it super pretty. Yes, I care about what I bring to you guys. I'm not trying to make it super pretty. I'm not trying to package it so nicely like there are no flaws or mistakes here. We see that there have been flaws and there have been mistakes, right? And the flaws, the actual juicer didn't work. Hey, we had to go ahead and use a blender. Things happen. Things happen. Things happen. Things happen, right? So I'm going to say, let's enjoy this together. And if you made yours the same time I made mine, or if you're going to make it right after, enjoy it. And don't think that you have to have a fancy juicer to go ahead and get started. Yes, we would all like to have one of those beautiful Kuvings. I'm going to get one, not right now. We'd all love to have one of those, but don't have it right now, but get started, right? Get started. Make your health a priority in 2024 and going forward. It's so important. It's so important. But I love you guys. Thank you so much. And I'm just going to pack the stuff in the fridge and do the other batch. Okay. All right. See you guys in the next video. Take care. All right.